2 minutes. Okay, Haribol. Now we're going to have some traveling to the Krishna and Arjuna. Oops. Yeah, that's a minor detail. You never get this mic higher than this. Okay, Hare Krishna. We have Krishna and Arjuna went to see Mahavishnu, so they were traveling through the space. Am I audible? Somebody sent some sign.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. So we are now in the spaceship. Ooh, some magic is going on. And we're gonna travel with Krishna and Arjuna to see Mahavishnu. And the chapter is, but to be able to do this traveling, you have to practice dhyana yoga. And this is why we're gonna discuss dhyana yoga now. This is chapter on dhyana yoga. So if you want to travel through the universe, like Arjuna and Krishna did, and we are going to travel now for this 1 hour. So then you have to qualify yourself by understanding what is this dhyana yoga, no? So we're gonna read text, what is that? 33. And I'm not
633.
Yeah, 633. So what is he coming? Is our captain coming? Captain of the spaceship.
Who is the captain?
I told you whom to call.
Ganesh.
Because I'm not going to give class. I'm really under pressure. I have to complete some things. I'm just going to start a little bit. And I want him to. Okay, can I get cartels? Who can play? No, never give cartels like this. How can I catch like this? Okay, think. This is little, they call this IQ, How do you manage certain things to, how are you going to give me cartels?
Like this?
No. How to put two things together that they fit, the little kids know how to. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to chant a little bit. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. So we are in our transcendental spaceship. We are traveling through the universe, one universe to another universe, because we didn't exhaust our karma. No? Yeah. We're traveling through one universe to another universe in our spaceship, material body. Yeah? So it can be a wonderful spaceship, but what's the use if you don't get out of the universe? Only when you get out, then you don't have spaceship. Then you're without spaceship. Let's put it here. So now what can be done? Now we have to follow instructions of Krishna, because that's what we said. Krishna and Arjuna went out of the universe in their very same bodies. How is that possible? How is that possible? Vishal? Well, how did Arjuna in the very same body, he came out of the universe? Because they're transcendental. Where Arjuna apparently wasn't so transcendental. At the end, he did go with his own body to the spiritual world, but I don't know if he was transcendental from the beginning. He followed instructions.
Because of his past life and his past work.
Because of past life. What does this have to do with past karma? I don't know what to do. Yes. Because of Krishna. Okay, somebody said because of Krishna. Somebody raised their hand here. They will express themselves later on. See now. If you don't want this freeze, you can switch it off. Because I'm going now. And you can live fast. 5 minutes. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Arjuna Uvacha Yoyam Yogastvaya Proktam Samyena Madhusudanam Etasyaham Napashyami Chanchalavat Stitim Stiram. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, "O Madhusudana, the system of yoga which you have summarized appears impractical and unendurable to me. Your mind is restless and unsteady." Wow! How many of your minds have been restless and unsteady? See, everybody. Mind is restless and unsteady, can't focus on one thing. That's why we have kirtan. Then, you see, when you have kirtan, then you forget about everything else. No? You just focus on kirtan. It's amazing. You just forget who you are. What's your false ego? You may be the greatest anything, but when you're in kirtan, you raise your hand, you completely forget about it. No, you're just conscious of Krishna, the power of kirtan. You forget about your false ego, who are you, what you think about yourself, what others think about you, all these things are gone, finished. You're just absorbed in holy name. Srila Prabhupada says, the system of mysticism described by Lord Krishna to Arjuna, beginning with the words Shauchal Dehe and ending with Yogi Parama, is here being rejected by Arjuna out of feeling of inability. It is not possible for an ordinary man to leave and go to a secluded place in the mountains or jungles, age of Kali. So we already said that about yoga. Yoga is not going to work in this age. Not to the extent that we may expect it to work, in a sense of complete, absolute achievement of its goals. It will work to a certain extent, but not to the fullest extent. Present age is characterized by bitter struggle for a life of short duration. See, we have short duration. We have few years. We think, yes, within few years I'll master, yoga techniques or something. It's impossible. It doesn't work. People are not serious about self-realization, even by simple practical means. And what to speak of this difficult yoga system, which regulates the modes of living, the manner of sitting. Manner of sitting. How long can you sit like this? An hour or two. Even then you will move so many times. No. What to speak, you sit for a whole day in one posture. Asana. 1 week, 1 month, few years without moving. Single. Because that's the whole point. Arjuna couldn't do it, who are we? So people are not serious about self-realization, even by simple practical means, and what to speak of this difficult yoga system, which regulates the modes of living, the manner of sitting, selection of place, and detachment of the mind from material engagements. So you're not allowed even to think about anything material. Now I have to go to office. I have to, tomorrow this is the, and tomorrow maybe, and then I have exam, or I have none of this. There's no question about it. As a practical man, Arjuna thought it was impossible to follow the system of yoga, even though he was favorably endowed in many ways. So how many ways Arjuna was more qualified than we are? We can't even. He belonged to a royal family, was highly elevated in terms of numerous qualities. He was a great warrior, had great longevity, and above all, he was the most intimate friend of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, how long did Arjuna live? Who knows? Huh? How long did Arjuna live? Wrong. Any other answer? 70. Who said 70? You said, raise your hand. Suspended till end of the class. Anybody else? What was the age of Arjuna when he left the body? Huh? Hold on, enlighten them. 50. Hare Baba. I'm asking how long did Arjuna stay on this planet? What was the age when he left the body? Left the body. He didn't leave the body. He said in the same body he left both. So then, if you consider like this, then he's eternal, no? But okay, how long he was here on this planet? How many years? Who knows? All you great scholars, were attending regularly classes and never learned anything. How many years Arjuna lived? Huh? 1,000. Why? Now this is suspension till end of month. 1,000 years. Where did you get that from? It's like. Be careful. Be careful what you say now. You know what you're telling me? So then control your mind. See, you're talking about controlling the mind. No? The mind is, you don't have to read. Okay, nobody knows. Should I tell you? On the battle of Kurukshetra, what was the age of Krishna? What is described? Anybody knows that? 125. Okay, he knows 125. So Krishna and Arjuna temporary, correct? So that's why they were friends. They were equal in that sense. So Arjuna was 125, same like Krishna. And then after the battlefield, Krishna stayed a little longer, not much longer, and then he left. And then after Krishna left, how long Pandavas remained in the power? Before they left the planet, they went either to heaven according to Mahabharata or the spiritual world according to Bhagavatam. How many years still they were present? So that means how many years after 125? Who knows that? Nobody knows. Nobody read Mahabharata. You're just watching all these nonsense movies and stuff. It's complete idiocy. Like, what can be done? The real facts. Why don't you read Mahabharata? So epic. I don't get, put my hands on it. Once you start reading, such a wonderful narration, such an enlightening, nourishing narration. Why speculating more?
From which source we should read Mahabharata?
Which source?
The version.
Okay, there are several versions. There is Ganguly, Madan Mohan or something Ganguly. There is C.T. Dutt, something Dutt. Well, basically those two. If nothing else, then you go down and then read the summary at least, if nothing else. Read the summary. Summary is like this, 1,000+ pages, and the original it's like this, 4 times that much, a little more. Something worth studying, not just reading. Okay, 30 years only. So the whole this setup and war and everything, they just remained only for 30 years. That's all. And then they were, what is the use? Krishna is not there. What is the use of? Of course, they did it as a duty. They did it because Krishna wanted them to. And then immediately Yudhishthira Maharaj installed whom? Parikshit Maharaj. What you said? So that's so, it's like 150, 60 years. Still, that's quite a lot. That's double than what we can even expect, right, for us. So that's how much Arjuna stayed on this planet, end of Dwapara Yuga, beginning of Kali. Okay, so that's quite something. He had great longevity, and above all, he was the most intimate friend of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. 5,000 years ago, Arjuna had much better facilities than we do now. That's for sure. He wasn't disturbed by internet. He wasn't disturbed by all this, whatever. He wasn't distracted by billboards. He was not distracted by topless, bottomless, women walking around. He was not distracted by some crazy sounds and speech and this and that. Definitely, there was way better facilities than we do now have. But yet he refused to accept this system of yoga. In fact, we do not find any record in history of his practicing it at any time. So Arjuna never practices yoga. He never practiced Ashtanga yoga. The system must be considered generally impossible this age. Of course, it may be possible for some very few rare men, but for the people in general, it is an impossible proposal. If this were so 5,000 years ago, then what of the present day? Those who are imitating this yoga system in different so-called schools and societies, although complacent, are certainly wasting their time. They're completely in ignorance of the desired goal. So what is desired goal? Now we're going to call upon our captain, Mr. Kanish. कृपया बैठिए एक प्रवचन दीजिए सबको मैं जा रहा हूँ very good. Okay. Only a few minutes. Kanish should share some of his realizations. Joe, about people are there. You have to go. I have some things to complain. You don't have